Hey, Sagittarius, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your March 2024 monthly reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you're new. If you are interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Sag, your key themes for March 2024. You have detox, followed by new life and signs and symbols. It doesn't surprise me that the new life is showing up for you. This is showing up for a lot of signs as we roll into the astrological new year, starting with Aries, and the spring equinox as well. So this is a wonderful time for fresh starts, new beginnings, to get focused on those creative endeavors, to plant the seeds towards your future. Now, I see that some of you are really focused on your health at this time. Health can be mental, physical, emotional, even spiritual as well. What are you feeding yourself? Is it helping? Is it hindering? Is it full of growth and potential? Or is it limiting you in some way, shape, or form? So some of you could even be detoxing. Maybe you are releasing certain energies from your life. Okay, this can be about withdrawing from drama as well. So for those of you who have been in the midst of some sort of drama or toxicity, I feel like you're releasing yourself from that this month, okay? Now this is about going on a cleanse, maybe even taking a look at processed foods or adrenaline. They're giving me adrenaline. So some of you, maybe it's caffeine, maybe some of you are runners. For some of you, you may be getting out, being more active as well. Getting that adrenaline pumping is kind of what I get here. And you're going to feel better about yourself. Yeah, as spring awakens, it's like something within you awakens as well. So really beautiful, transformative energy here. The new life is bringing in changes. We'll take a look and see what those changes are, but I feel like there's a lot of growth here. Pay attention to your intuition. Pay attention to the messages that you're receiving through dreams, through signs, through synchronicities. It could even be through numbers, through dreams. This could show up in the form of maybe a song on the radio. It could be a big billboard. It could be a social media ad. It could be a feather. It could be a butterfly. It could be an animal, right? Pay attention because the universe is speaking directly to you. I feel like if you're asking for a sign, you're going to receive it. Some of you are deepening your spiritual gifts by cutting out certain things in your life that may have been blocking your intuition. You may be increasing your intuitive abilities through maybe meditating more or cutting out maybe red meats or things of that nature. It could be internal, external, but I do see here a strengthening of spiritual gifts. Now, bottom of the deck, this is what you're working on subconsciously, messages from your guides, and maybe what you don't see coming. We usually take the bottom three. You have awakening, you have wanderlust, and you have law of attraction. So this is yet what you're working on. It may still feel a little bit hidden, or it's something you're ready to bring to the surface. Wanderlust, maybe a trip or travel planned. A major spiritual awakening here. You're like that phoenix rising. And I do see here with the new life and cutting out certain behaviors, patterns, people, situations, it's actually going to help you, Sagittarius, reclaim your power. And there is a rebirth happening here. I see that with the justice. Some of you have been in a little bit of a hanged man mode because we have the hanged man, but you're shifting your perspective to the glass half full. You're staying optimistic instead of maybe feeling at times like the world is out to get you. Sometimes we can get in that victim mentality, but you're paying close attention to what is showing up in your life. And instead of saying the world is out to get me or dropping into that victim mentality, you're saying, what else could this mean, right? What else could this mean? What am I learning from this situation? That's why Spirit wants you to pay attention to the signs and symbols, because you're being shown something that maybe you couldn't see before. That's part of this spiritual awakening. It's part of this enlightenment, this truth, and it's going to help you attract what you desire. It's going to help you attract more abundance, more success, more joy, more adventure, more freedom. Yeah, because some of you are ready to put yourself out there in some way, shape, or form. Okay, with the Hanged Man energy, some of you had to go through this period of maybe feeling a little bit stuck in your health goals, maybe stuck in an old life or stuck in an old job. But because you have this awakening, it's stirring up within your subconscious. It's something that you are going to bring to the surface. And some of you could be moving, traveling, relocating, or opening yourself up to maybe dating, trying new things if you are partnered up. Let's dive into the tarot here. You start off with the Three of Pentacles. Cooperation, teamwork. This is about working together to create a life that's fulfilling, or working together to create a project that is better because all of you put your piece of the puzzle into it, right? Can you imagine doing a puzzle, right? And you have a quarter of the puzzle, someone else had, okay, we'll do a third because this is three. You have a third of the puzzle, they have a third. And I feel like if you only put your third of the puzzle into the mix here, you wouldn't have the full picture. It wouldn't be complete. So it's like there is some sort of cooperation required and needed to put something together in order for the magnificence or the beauty to come out of it. And for some of you, that was the energy of the past where you felt like someone wasn't cooperating. You felt like someone wasn't being a good team player, or someone wasn't pulling their weight. It's like they took all their puzzle pieces and said, no, I'm going to put it together on my own. But it could have been their selfishness. It could have been their control even that says, well, I don't want to do that until I feel ready, or I don't want to contribute unless I'm getting credit for it. I just get that for some of you. But the good news is that's what you're cutting out. You're cutting out that energy of people not wanting to kind of come forward and embrace either their gifts or their talents or their skills. Someone may be toxic. Someone's not contributing. And this is interesting because it's actually represented here of the sunflower. And so when we think of a sunflower growing, it needs the resources in order to grow. It needs the sun, right? It needs water. It needs a good soil, good dirt. And I feel like you recognize who empowers you, who uplifts you, who's draining your energy, what's draining your energy here, Sagittarius. So cooperation is required. And you're shifting something here. You're shifting and saying, oh, this person or this energy isn't good for me. It's not contributing to my sun, right? The sun in tarot is abundance. So it's not contributing to your abundance. It's not helping, right? It's drying up. It's like something has dried up. If there's not enough rain, right, it's going to dry up. That's where you have some sort of justice coming in here. You have the balancing here with the Justice card, Libran energy. This is karma. This is maybe legalities. This could be truth, fairness, equality. And I feel like there is some sort of justice coming in, but it requires cooperation. It requires some sort of detoxing. Some of you, this isn't going to resonate with everyone, but someone or yourself could have been court ordered to go through some sort of rehab or detoxifying program. I am getting that here. Or it could have been mediation of some sort. Maybe some of you were dealing with a legality. I also get, because someone wasn't fair, maybe not, someone wasn't ethical. This could be in your career. It could be in your love life as well, because this is about justice. That can be any area of your life. I just feel like there's going to be a turnaround here. There's going to be more peace. There's more balance. And you see here that there is a shift between light and dark. And we see that this Three of Pentacles is mirrored with this, light energy. So there is going to be some sort of cooperation that actually turns out in your favor, some sort of justice. But it does require a new life. It requires a cutting out of the toxic or eliminating something that doesn't serve you. And some of you may be stressing about it. And I don't want to say your stress is unnecessary, but I'm going to say it. Your stress is unnecessary. Pay attention to the signs and symbols. Yes, there's some sort of anxiety possibly around this, but I feel like everything is going to turn out. If this is a divorce, if this is a court order of some sort of maybe child custody or maybe human resources, some sort of unfair act, I feel like there will be balance here for the one that wants justice. Okay? You have the Three of Cups. There's harmony here. This is cup now. We see that we're shifting from this balance act, right? We see with the justice here, with the Three of Pentacles, we're moving over to the Three of Cups. So this could be a family situation, but it's also something that does matter to you. I feel like with the dolphins, there's going to be time here to play, time to celebrate, right? Time to soak in maybe that rainbow energy that's illuminating. And look at that. There's double rainbow here. Some of you, double rainbow could be significant, but you see on the justice, there's a rainbow illuminating his crown chakra. And then there's a double rainbow here, which is actually a reflection of the rainbow in the clouds is reflected in the water. So something is going to be reflected back to you. And I feel like it's favorable. Pay attention to the rainbows though. Some of you, that could be a sign. That could be a sign. It's like the rainbow comes out after what? After a storm, after it rains, after something is literally cleared out. The rain comes in, and that it's kind of interesting because we're talking about how the sunflower needs a little bit of rain, and maybe something's been dried up and it has felt like it was stuck. And I see that because you have the Hanged Man. This is about waking up. I feel like this is a cold splash of water in someone's face, but I don't feel like the someone is you. Okay, someone's going to get some sort of truth. Someone may be going through a spiritual awakening. Maybe you've already gone through it. Maybe you're still in the midst of yours. But the Hanged Man energy is saying you're not stuck. This Hanged Man energy, Piscean, and that's what the majority of March is Pisces. It is about you releasing some sort of control, gaining a new perspective. Some of you felt like you had to sacrifice, or your life was on hold, or you felt restricted in some way, shape, or form. I feel come Aries season, towards the end of March, you're going to have some sort of answers. Some of you may want to see this karma in action, but sometimes that's not meant for us to see someone else's karma, right? That's egoic. Sometimes we say, well, we want this person to see that we're doing good, or we want, them to get what's owed to them, and we want to be there and have front row seats to see it. But I feel like you are waking up to some sort of truth around a situation or to yourself, and it's leading to privilege. 10 of Pentacles. Now, privilege is stability. It is financial security. It's wealth. It's abundance. Now, sometimes the 10 of Pentacles is known as the Wall Street card. It can be having the home, having the car, having the family vacations. It can be support of some sort or another, but because it's partnered with the justice, some of you, this is divorce, maybe because of a third party. Some of you are wondering if alimony or child support or something is better off. And some of you are saying, should I stay? Should I stay because it's going to be a lot of work, right? You're not afraid of hard work, Sag. And I feel like whatever it is that you're doing, it's important for you to make a logical, rational, clear choice moving forward. Now, if this doesn't have to do with the divorce, this could be some sort of inheritance as well. Maybe there was some sort of custody, or not custody, like a battle among the courts, maybe with family members as well. Okay, or someone, maybe a child, is struggling with the justice system. I'm also getting green card, maybe that relate. Some of you may work in maybe like visas, or you work internationally. There could be something here with international travel. But with this 10 of Pentacles, this is about long-term goals. And I feel like you're going to have some success here. There is some sort of balance when it comes to your long-term growth, when it comes to this new life, especially if you're going from, married to divorced, or it could be the opposite, right? Or if you have someone that is leaving the home, a child, 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups. Maybe you felt a little bit stuck, but I just get this strong energy here, Sagittarius, of someone going through a major wake-up call. It's like someone is waking up to some sort of truth, or maybe this is you. Maybe it's, again, a relative, a child, a lover, whomever. But look at that. We see a rainbow again, and they just highlighted that. So rainbow is very significant here. Maybe you could be dealing with a rainbow child, or maybe you yourself are a rainbow child. If you're not familiar with that, look it up. Really cool spiritual gifts. Now, your outcome here is the Queen of Swords. This is a new deck here. 2 new decks we're using. I'll link them in the description box below. But the Queen of Swords, she's all about truth, right? I mean, Queen of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, justice. Some of you are maybe even working in the legal system yourself. Maybe you are bringing fairness and balance to the lives of others in some way, shape, or form, either in your personal life or professional life. But sometimes the Queen of Swords, she can be a perfectionist, okay? Some of you may, instead of it being a negative aspect or a negative trait, I'm kind of getting this energy here, Sag, of doing it right. Like you don't want to miss a beat here. You want to do it right. You want to do it fair. Or you want things to kind of go by the book is what I'm getting here. Going by the book. Like you don't want to miss a step because you don't want to have to come back and redo it. The Queen of Swords, she's very, very observant. So I don't feel like you're going to miss a step here. She is based on her integrity. She's very honest. Sometimes it can feel like it's honest to a fault because it can come across as very blunt. But she knows what she knows. And if someone comes in and they are bringing imbalance, or they are bringing some sort of truth that's not lining up with what she knows, hell's going to break loose, right? There's going to be some sort of repercussions. And I feel like she is trusting her intuition, but she's looking at this energy. You can see that her face is kind of looking towards what's going on here. And instead of letting emotions, which we see, the 3 of Cups is the only card that's emotional here. Piscean energy. I mean, we have that Pisces energy here with the Hanged Man as well. But I am getting that she's making some rational, logical choices about this new life, about who she needs to cut out. Because maybe if she lets her emotions overrule her, she'd make some new choices, new decisions, and maybe those wouldn't be in her highest good. Okay, so I do feel like you're asked to stay logical based on what you know. And I'm kind of getting that phrase here, like a tiger doesn't lose its stripes, right? Or it's not going to lose its stripes. It's almost like you know that a tiger is a tiger. You can't force the tiger to be a lion. So if you know that an energy is an energy of a tiger, why are we putting some sort of illusion that does not exist? And maybe someone thinks they're a lion, but they're not. They're a tiger. And get it? Lion. Someone could be lying. Lion, right? Someone could feel... I just feel like she knows. She knows the truth here, Sagittarius. Someone's waking up to some sort of truth, whether it's you or someone around you, someone in a family dynamic, a group dynamic. The good news is this is the catalyst that gets you unstuck towards a new life. And that's why you have this awakening coming up. Let's take a look at your finances, your wealth, and your money. Whew. Sagittarius, there's something here around money that you've been going back and forth with, or in your career. Look at that. You have law and order again. This is money conflicts. This is cutting corners. This is breakthroughs. Some of you were dealing with someone who was trying to pull a quick one or pull the wool under your eyes in a way. You can't get anything past the Queen of Swords. What are you thinking here? She's going to see right through you or through a situation. And because she carries that sword. But I feel like some of you had to come to some sort of decision. And even though your head was pulling you in one way and your heart was pulling you in another, I do feel like there's going to be some sort of breakthrough. Now, some of you, it does have to do with law and order. Some of you went through an unfair pay cut or a demotion or a job loss. The pendulum is swinging here. Oh, it's swinging. This is the pendulum of truth, of fairness, of justice. This is all about fluctuation when it comes to your income, indecision, and that's that Two of Swords as well. There may have been some indecision around a situation. That's what you're cutting out, is maybe indecisiveness as well, Sag. You're coming up with some new strategies with that Hanged Man. You realize that you're not as stuck as maybe you thought you were. This could be about temporary or seasonal work, right? Making some changes when it comes to your money or the way you handle or believe money, because the Swords is mental. It's belief system. Some of you, there is a big job change here on the horizon, or you could be thinking about retiring. You could be thinking about handling your money a different way, or even connecting with a new establishment, some sort of new order to help you with your finances. And look at that. You have the anchor as well, which is about money blocks and being stuck. I feel like you are lifting up that anchor this month and you're saying, okay, I've learned what I've needed to in this position. I'm not as stuck as I thought. All I have to do here is lift the anchor. And of course, it sounds easier said than done, but I do feel that there could be travel involved, okay? It could be water related. We do see here on the new life card, there's water. Some of you, it could be during Pisces season as well. So Pisces season goes until around the 20th or so of March. Some of you may be moving to be near the water. There could be something with water activity in your line of work, but it's going to bring in more stability. And I see that because you have the Ten of Pentacles. You have privilege here. There's some sort of upper hand that you have in a situation that maybe you're not aware of now, but you are calling it in. And because we do have Wanderlust here as well, so some more travel or relocating. I'm getting like across the miles. Some of you, maybe you were at a distance from someone. Let's look at love. Let's look at love. Whew, healing some family issues. Yeah, like I said, if this was some sort of hairball, they're giving me hairball. Okay, interesting choice of slang there, hairball. So some of you could have, just been very wound up, or like cat's got your tongue, right? Could be a hairball coughing up. Some of you, you really dealt with some family dynamics that were karmic, relationships. Your love life benefits as you forgive. Maybe it's forgiving your parents, your siblings. Maybe it's forgiving a spouse. We don't forgive for the other person. We forgive for ourselves. And you don't have to forgive. It's up to you. But if that forgiveness is turning the other direction into resentment, bitterness, anger, if it's fueling that rage and that fire within you, then I highly suggest working through that. Maybe even adopting that Ho'oponopono prayer. I love you. I forgive you. Please forgive me. Thank you. I think that's how it goes. Don't quote me, look that up. But there are some family dynamics here that you have struggled with in some way, shape, or form. I mean, who hasn't, right? But I feel like that could have been what you're detoxing from, some sort of toxic cycle. It doesn't mean that it's still in the physical. Some of you it is, but it could have been internal. Playfulness. Yeah, there's more playfulness coming in as the spring energy arises, at least here in the Northern Hemisphere, right? For those of you in the Southern Hemisphere, it's still a great time to play, a great time to recapture romance, right? Whether you are with someone or not. If you're with someone, it's equally important because something has become stagnant. It's become too routine, and you may be questioning, do I want to move in a new life? Do I want to get divorced? Or is this worth saving? That's a question only you can answer. But I see if there's some sort of third party, which doesn't have to be cheating. It could be a mother-in-law. It could be a child. It could be someone's job. If there's some sort of third party that's affecting a relationship, it does need to be addressed. It does need to come back into balance. And it needs to be addressed logically as well, not just emotionally. Not coming from a place of anger or instability or fears or rejection or abandonment. I mean, those are all emotional, responses to our thoughts around a situation. And for those of you that are single, you could be calling in a soulmate. Okay, it says here, your prayers and affirmations and visualizations help bring you together. And it could be through a group setting, a group environment here, Sagittarius. Some of you just want to get out with your friends, right? Soulmate doesn't have to be a lover. Soulmate can be a best friend. Soulmate can be a pet. Soulmate can be someone who is a family member. We have many, many different soulmates in this lifetime. But if you are looking for a romantic partnership or soul tribe or friendship, some of you want a bestie is what I'm hearing. Some of you want, okay, thank you, Spirit. Whew, that's a big pill to swallow, okay? Maybe pill to swallow, that could be significant. Maybe someone was on pills. Maybe someone couldn't swallow pills. Maybe someone overdosed on pills. I am getting here, you lost a best friend, okay? Whether it was a pet that was your best friend or whether it was an actual, bestie or a lover. I do feel here that there's been some sort of pain associated with that energy. Of course, there would be. But I feel like you're opening yourself up here to seeing what else is possible with the harmony, right? You're seeing what else is possible. Some of you, this was a sister. You may have lost a sister. You may have lost a best friend. Someone may have been taking chemo pills. Is that a thing? Chemo pills? Okay, or some sort of pills for chemo. I mean, take that as it resonates. Maybe a mother was on pills as well. But I feel like you are calling in some sort of new beginning here, new life. And I actually feel like this energy could be in your life for a long time, if not the rest of your time here on earth or the rest of their time here on earth with this 10 of Pentacles. Oh, I love that, Sag. All right, let's get some messages from your soul's truth. Are you getting enough rest to restore your energy and show up to your life, right? Show up to your life fully. That's why you have the detox here as well, because some of you, this could be exhaustion in some way, shape, or form. You may want to get your thyroid checked out as well. Okay, some of you, there could be an autoimmune issue, underlying issue. For those of you that have the mystery illness, look at autoimmune, okay? You are the asset. This body is your vehicle. Notice how your body is feeling, how much sleep you are getting, and what you can do to help your body rest. Today's soul action, Sag, take a bath, put on some lavender essential oil, and go to bed ridiculously early. Or give yourself a timeout today. Notice your body thanking you. Today's mantra, the more I give myself permission to rest, the more I can contribute. That's this detox. Cut out what is no longer serving you, what is exhausting you of your energy. I know we have responsibilities, right? I know we have to clean the house, we have to take care of the kids, we have to work our job. But if your life is so chaotic and so overwhelmed, try to use some tools to reduce that anxiety, to help you feel more organized, to help you feel more balanced. And that's what we see here showing up with the justice. Ask, right? Ask. That's very important. Ask your angels. We need to ask our angels for divine intervention, okay? So it's important to ask. You're not being annoying. You're not asking too much. You are worthy. Everyone is worthy of divine intervention and help from our guides, from our angels, from our team. No one is exempt. You just need to ask and be open to receiving. All right, there's a big emphasis here around health. I have to say that. I do notice with the detox card. Now, where am I at with my health goals? Where do I want to be? Why am I not there? What will it take for me to feel well? Okay. Some of you, there could have been some sort of generational or like hereditary, maybe diabetes or, some sort of illness or dis-ease, also known as disease, that may feel like it was handed down to you in some way, shape, or form. And you may have felt stuck, like, how do I get out of that? How do I harmonize? How do I bring balance into that? It says, if my body could talk, it would say blank. Today's soul action: feed your body what it needs to feel nourished, appreciated, and loved. Make some new, exciting goals to take your health to the next level. That's what this new life and this detox and the signs and symbols could be. Maybe you have this strong intuitive knowing that says, eat more pineapple, eat more papaya, right? And then all of a sudden you see a pineapple showing up on your news feed. Ding, ding, ding. That's your intuition confirming that your body really wants some pineapple or some papaya. So listen to it here, okay? If you know you want to switch things up with your health, get an accountability partner. Don't just sit on something with the hanged man. You're not stuck. Okay, you're not stuck. There's so many ways. You don't have to get a gym membership to get in shape. Go for a walk, right? You can do it in the comfort of your own home. You can, whatever you need to do, you have what it takes to do it. The only thing that holds us back is our own self-sabotage. You have choice here. You have free will. And then lastly here, Sag, what expectations do I have that are impossible to meet? The expectations we have are mostly delusional and impossible to meet. We then experience disappointment with ourselves or with a relationship when they're not met. It's time to dissolve your expectations and replace them with gratitude. Whew, I'm a huge advocate of gratitude, okay? Gratitude is life-changing. I'm going to tell you that. Personal experience, life-changing. Even if you're going through something toxic, even if you are in the midst of a tower, if we have gratitude for what's right in front of us, it keeps us in, the present, but it also brings in opportunities that we can cross into that threshold, right? We can be grateful for what we have and what we don't quite see yet. So today's soul action: be grateful. You are being summoned to more peace, Sagittarius. Peace is home for our soul, and it is accompanied by trust. It comes when you surrender and focus only on what you can control. If you expect nothing and are grateful for everything, you will experience extreme fulfillment. Beautiful energy here. Yeah, this is really about you appreciating what you have right in front of you, and maybe even starting a gratitude journal. And that's why part of entering into the free reading giveaway, if you go to intuitivesoulcoach.com and you hit the freebies tab, the first prompt that enters you into that free reading giveaway says, what are you grateful for today? And that's what I want you to think about. That's what enters you into that free reading giveaway, because I've had people come to me and they say, Melissa, I don't have one thing I'm grateful for today. Right? You are breathing. You are alive, right? You have a bed to sleep in. You most likely are watching this or listening to it on your phone or some sort of electric device. You have, food to eat. You have lungs, the capacity to breathe and take in life, and so many things we take for granted. So entering into that energy of gratitude is going to shift and alter you in big ways. I also see it's important for you, Sagittarius, to appreciate your body more. Some of you may not like the way you look, right? Too many wrinkles, too much cellulite, too many stretch marks. I don't like this hair. I don't want to pluck over here. I don't want this extra pounds, or I'm too skinny, or I'm too short, whatever it may be. Try to judge less and love more, right? Judge less and love more, because you are beautiful inside and out. Now, oh wow. As I said that literally twice, I didn't even notice that it says the judge. So powerful synchronicities. Now, I do have to mention this. I've said it in a couple of readings. Sometimes I have a few naysayers that get really riled up and triggered that this reading, the cards are already put out on the table. This is the only reading, the monthlies, where I do that. And the reason being is because look at all the cards used, right? There's so many different cards used during this reading. And for those that get triggered and really don't like that, I have to honestly ask, do you think that AI is doing this? Or do you think I'm rigging the cards? For what reason? I'm just always curious when someone comes in to the comment section and immediately gets triggered that the cards are out here. I don't know if it's newbies, but if that is you and you're watching this and you're triggered by it, I'd love to know why, right? Is it something within yourself? Does it have to do with trust? Does it have to do with, I feel like it's something within you, right? But I am truly curious. But just to let you know, the cards are picked ahead of time. Nothing is rigged. And if you've been following me, you know that all my other readings, I do pull out cards, on screen, and you know that there's synchronicities. You've seen them on screen with the cards. So the fact that we have that showing up literally talks about the signs and symbols, right? Playing into effect here. That happens all the time. So I think it's mostly the newbies that maybe they don't like it. But if you're one watching and that triggers you, I'd love to know why. Friendly debate here. You have the Judge. This is a new deck by the Wild Unknown Archetypes, Kim Kranz, one of my new favorites. And this is about the diplomat, the advocate, the critic. Ooh, okay. When this is in the upright position here, Sagittarius, it's about discernment, advocacy, right action, and compassion. When it's in the reverse, it's critical, it's punishing, it's unforgiving, it's wall building, right? We're putting up a wall. We're letting our defenses get the best of us. We're punishing. We want to see karma take place. We want other people at times to get what's owed to them. And I feel like if you understand the depths of the universal laws, right? The universal laws, which includes karma, you realize that for every action, there's a reaction. For every cause, there's an effect. Karma is going to come. We don't have to see it in order to know that karma exists, right? The Judge's energy is contagious. When we feel judged, walls go up all around. Similarly, when we feel accepted, the entire world softens. That's a big message here for some of you. When we feel accepted, the entire world softens. But judgment is contagious as well, right? When we feel judgment, you see how it triggers, even on social media. You throw up one comment and see that little story that I just told you about being triggered? That's all playing into this beautifully. So instead of judging immediately and shutting something down, which may be what those people do, maybe they come to the reading and they say, oh, it's laid out. I don't want to hear it. And that's okay if one wants to judge, but it can put up a wall in other areas of their lives as well. So that's why I always challenge you. I wouldn't be a good coach if I didn't, right? I challenge you to ask yourself, why is there judgment? Why is there criticism? The Judge has an incredibly important job. They work every waking hour of every day, helping us discern what is safe, true, and just. When this archetype remains unconscious or is captivated by fear, wise discernment turns into painful judgment of self and other. Ironically, the Judge's energy can be the seed of racism, bigotry, and fear-mongering. This is the Judge out of balance, building walls, separating from other. When this same discerning force is made conscious and healed, however, the Judge may be found advocating for civil rights causes, standing up for the underdog, providing resources for those in need, and forgiving again and again. Whew. About to break down here, Sagittarius. This is pretty powerful. Love is the deciding factor. Awakening this archetype is essential for the complex times we are in. Get your Judge in order. The world needs it. Wow. Whew. Sometimes I tend to get a little emotional. And like I said, this deck, this energy that it emits, this truth, some of you need to hear this. Some of you are showing up in a place of being the judge in a way that helps the underdog, that helps bring light, that helps bring resources, that helps bring balance to the lives of others. You are here for a reason, Sagittarius. You are here for a reason. Now, Gandhi had an incredibly illuminated inner judge. He was a lawyer, actually. Did you guys know that? Did you know Gandhi was a lawyer? I had no clue. He practiced silence 1 day a week in order to hone his discernment while on his revolutionary path. Okay, interesting tidbit of the day. That is what I have for you. It's a very powerful read. Sagittarius, if this resonates with you, let me know in the comments. I read each and every one of them. Even when this channel hits 500,000 subscribers, I'm still going to try my best to go through each and every single one of them because you guys matter, right? Even if this is bringing about some sort of truth, right? And that was the perfect example of truths coming out and taking a look at why we tend to judge, why we tend to criticize. How can we shift that energy? Because there's polarity. Every single one of us has judged, myself included, because we are having a human experience. But it's what we do with what we learn and how we grow, right? So you are shaping your world. And I say that because you have this new life. You're shaping it and you're cutting out unnecessary dramas, unnecessary judgments. And I feel like with this Queen of Swords energy showing up here for you, sometimes this perfectionism can lead to, expectations, right? Which you actually have here. Expectations that are impossible to meet can hold us captive, can keep us stuck with the Hanged Man. You see how all these pieces flow together? That's what Spirit wants you to be on the lookout for. Pay attention to the signs, the synchronicities, because the universe is always pointing us in the direction that we can choose. We have free will, right? Do you want to choose ease and gratitude even while going through some of the most challenging times? If you do, it's going to be a soft place to land instead of a brick wall head on. That is what I have for you, Sag. I hope that resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. This is probably one of the most deep readings I've ever done for you, especially with that judge card. So hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you feel. Hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe. Thank you so much for your support, your love, your kindness, your generosity. I appreciate you, Sagittarius. Lots of love.